Aquarius, the water barrier, symbolizes carrying the word, the gospel, to evangelize the world. The water barrier is carrying a jug of water, which is necessary for life. However, the water symbolizes the good news, the gospel of Jesus Christ. Carrying the water symbolizes taking the gospel to others. Pouring with water symbolizes communicating the gospel to others. Drinking water symbolizes belief and faith. Washing with water symbolizes sanctification and purification. Sanctification means to be set apart from God as holy. That can only occur when our sins are forgiven. Forgiveness of sins only comes through salvation. The water of Aquarius also symbolizes sanctification. Aquarius is also associated with water in general, including lakes, streams, river. It is the female counterpart of the land, which corresponds to the male. The water of the Noahic flood saved the believer and killed the unbeliever. Jesus Christ gave the keys of heaven to his disciples. That simply meant that they had the privilege of giving the gospel. God would honor the decision of a new believer. The gospel is the good news of Jesus Christ, that he came into the world and paid for the sins of the world so that everyone who believes in him can have salvation. Salvation comes through faith alone and through Jesus Christ alone. Those who carry the gospel are called witnesses. Communicating the gospel to others is called witnessing. This is not to be confused with a Gemini, which is a witness. Aquarius is always associated with the function of witnessing for Jesus Christ in evangelism. Aquarius also symbolizes showers of blessings from heaven, from the good news of salvation through faith. The believer in the church age is an ambassador for Christ, who represents Jesus in a lost and dying world. God the Father is looking out for the unbeliever. He gives everyone a fair shake. When the time is right, he will draw the unbeliever to salvation. And if the individual is positive and wants to be saved at God consciousness, then God will provide the gospel so that the individual can make their conscious decision to follow and believe in Jesus Christ or not. The role of the Christian is to be a witness. From all the signs, they're most misunderstood because they're so unique. They're ahead of their time, independent, and desire justice. They're inventive, have no limits, and are brilliant, friendly, open, and communicative. But when it comes to their feelings, they're not really revealing. They tend to focus on global change rather than inner change. Even when they break up with someone, they still consider them as a friend. They tend to be rebellious and be compelled to be different. Very stubborn, but not as stubborn as a Taurus or Capricorn. They will channel wonderful new ideas, but perhaps be too stubborn to recognize when their ideas are inappropriate. They're very forgetful. They may forget the most important thing they had to get done or buy. They're very intuitive, and perhaps already their presence or their talk may calm a person down. Very punctual. If they give you their word, then they give you their word. If not, because of their independence, then it's more casual. They're very self-centered. But that may be not confused with the arrogance of a Leo or an Aries. In fact, they don't even like arrogance. The implications of Aquarius are far-reaching, since it's associated with water, and water is quite common. It's not only on Earth and in the atmosphere, but also symbolically in heaven. Aquarius may be associated with traveling to take the gospel, especially overseas. May be associated with transition into the air. The resurrection may be associated with the Tower of Babel, transitions and paradigm. With flood, the prostitute of Babylon who sits on water, a dove, lakes, streams, fountains, and even plumbing may be associated with Aquarius,